Stocks and Stacks, episode number 32. I'm your host, Richard D'Souza, and Happy New Year! It's 2024, and we're going to make this the best year yet. All right, we're going to talk about what are the hottest stocks of the day. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, obviously. We're going to talk about some of the biggest news that's already rocked 2024. Have you seen the Epstein client list? Oh my goodness, what a bombshell. There's athletes on there, celebrities on there, politicians on there, sleepy Joe Biden's on the list, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, on the list. What's going to happen to all these people? Who knows? Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on everything as it happens, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it this weekend with our co-hosts on the Bull and Bear Show. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's talk about the hottest stocks and crypto of the day right here, right now, exclusively on Rich TV Live. All right, here we go. All right. So this has been crazy. So if you've been following us and you've been following Bitcoin, you know that there's a massive Bitcoin ETF approval looking to happen literally any day now. Could happen today, could happen tomorrow, could happen next week, could be delayed. Nobody knows. And look at the volatility on Bitcoin over the last few days. We were at 45,000, the highest in 21 months for Bitcoin, and congratulations for investors. I must remind you guys, we brought you Bitcoin at first when it was at $1,000. Today, Bitcoin is at $44,000. So if you've been watching Rich TV Live and you've been following us, you would be up over 7 years on Bitcoin, 43 times your money. And I did some quick math. That means you'd be making an average of 600% a year on Bitcoin for the last 7 years. If you followed us and you bought Bitcoin at $1,000, we brought it to you first in 2017 at $1,000. Today, Bitcoin sits at $44,265 US. Congratulations to investors all over the world. But what's bringing all this volatility? Why is it going up to 45,000, the highest in 21 months, then down to 40,000, back now to 44,000? Because there was a rumor that came out that said that they wouldn't be approved, and that created shockwaves all over the crypto world. I held strong. I got diamond hands. I didn't trade my Bitcoin. I didn't give it away to BlackRock or anybody else. But a lot of investors, especially people that are using leverage trading, got wiped out, completely wiped out. And guess what Bitcoin did? Created a buying opportunity, and it's bounced right back. It's bounced right back. So we will keep you updated on everything that happens with the Bitcoin ETF approvals. I promise you that. That's going to be a massive catalyst for Bitcoin, in my opinion, in the first quarter of 2024. And then we also have to look forward to Bitcoin halving that will be starting in the second quarter of 2024. So those are two major catalysts to start the year off in Q1 and Q2 of 2024 that some are predicting is going to take Bitcoin, including myself, as high as 100,000. Some believe it's going to take Bitcoin to 200,000. I'm even hearing Michael Saylor predicting that Bitcoin goes to 350,000 this year. Could you imagine if Bitcoin went to 350,000 this year? I would celebrate. Would you celebrate? I would celebrate. I promise you, I would celebrate. So very bullish on Bitcoin. It is my number one crypto holding. You can see I have a Bitcoin on my desk here. So I'm a huge fan of Bitcoin. I'm an investor in Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin maxi. I absolutely love Bitcoin. It's by far my number one cryptocurrency, and it's always been my number one cryptocurrency. And I think it's one of those cryptocurrencies that everybody should have some exposure to. Everybody should own some. And I think it's a mistake, a huge mistake, if you don't. And clearly the results speak for themselves. If I look at the 5-year chart, you can see Bitcoin has been on an epic move, as you can see here in the last 5 years, going from 3,500 to 44,000, all time going from pennies to 44,000. So Bitcoin has been an absolute investing marvel and the single greatest investment over the last 15 years. And happy birthday, Bitcoin. Bitcoin now is officially 15 years old. So congratulations, Bitcoin, for making it to 15 years. And I can't wait to see where you will be in another 15 years. And I promise you, I will be buying and selling and investing in Bitcoin for the next 15 years and hopefully beyond. All right, so let's talk about what's going on in the rest of the market and what are the major players of the day. All right. So first and foremost, one of the hottest stocks of the day is MINM. So now you can see here, if I do the 1-year chart, that this has come from higher. You can see it's been as high in the last year of, let's see here. It's been as high as $12, been as low as 57 cents. And it's now making this nice trend reversal pattern, as you can see right here. Nice trend reversal pattern from the bottom. And it's gone from 60 cents to $4 right now. And it's moving on news today. So MINM, put them on your radar, put them on your watch list, having a really nice day and up 141% of the day. Now, am I going to go and buy something up 141%? No, it's not really my strategy. But what I do is I'll take this stock, I put it on my radar, put it on my watch list, I watch it, I read the news, I look at the share structure, I get to understand what their products and services are. I look into their financials, look at their debt to equity ratios, and get a better feel for the company. And then if I like them, I'm waiting for a dip. I'm waiting for a dip to buy them, and then I'll be waiting for a rip to sell them. Very, very simple trading strategy. It works for me, and it'll work for you. So put MINM on your radar and on your watch list. They're having a really nice day. Speaking of nice days, OMGA. OMGA having a big day, also up 100% on the day. This is the 1-year chart, and you can see on the 1-year chart that they've been as high as $9. They've been as low as $1.35, and they're currently at $5.49. This is extremely bullish price action for OMGA, Omega Therapeutics, and we've gone from $1.54 to $5.47 in a very short period of time. So be aware of it. They've got a lot of momentum. They're moving in the right direction. Up right now 98% of the day. Don't get caught chasing these because a lot of times they will go back down. But like I said, one of the top players of the day, put them on your radar, put them on your watch list, OMGA. Okay, another hot stock today is ATXI, up 57% on the day. I really believe this is going to be a good year for small caps, as small caps have really struggled over the last 2 years. And they had a monster year in 2021. And I really believe that small caps are setting up to have a monster 2022. So we will be farming for all the top small caps, large caps, cryptos, altcoins all year long. I promise you that. We'll be here every step of the way, every single day, every single week, every single month, and every single year. And all you got to do if you want to join us is go to our website at richtv.io, join our ecosystem. We'd love to have you there, where you can learn more about the top trending news in the world of finance, stocks, cryptocurrencies, and we're going to be adding a whole new bunch of products and services and information and tools on our website, including breaking news in the world of trending topics and sports. So really excited as we continue to grow our content, and we'd love for you to have access to all of that information and join us at richtv.io. Now, this is a stock that's up 54% of the day, ATXI. You can see that I've got it marked, but I want you to see, like, this is these check marks that we see is like, it's like a check mark. It's like a Nike symbol, right? Like they're doing these moves. This is when you know that these stocks are starting to make a rebound, starting to make a recovery. Now, this is only 26 cents. So it's very difficult when it's under $1. I call it no man's land. And a lot of times they don't come out of this. So I'm not just assuming this is going to just explode from here, but this is what we like to look for. We like to look for this like backwards check mark. And that's typically a sign that this could continue in that direction. So put ATXI on your radar and on your watch list. They are looking very bullish and up 52% of the day. All right, this has been in a lot of chat rooms today. QS, QuantumScape Corporation. They're on the New York Stock Exchange, and you can see a lot of the same with these small caps, mid caps that have struggled over the last year. You can see how it's come down, and now it's making a very strong, clear trend reversal pattern back up. So this is extremely bullish price action. If we look at the last year, you can see that they have been higher. They've been as high as, let's just say like $13, $14, and they've been as low as $5. So a gap to fill here, and we love to look for these gaps to fill, and that's usually very, very bullish for us if they've got a nice gap to fill here, and we are literally looking for this. We're looking for stocks that have a gap to fill. Typically, stocks will show their hand, go up, then they go back down until they find the real range that they should trade at based on their fundamentals, and then with news and growth, they can go right back up, and a lot of times they go back to all-time highs. So there's a gap to fill there, and this is looking really bullish. Put QS on your radar and on your watch list. They're now up 38% on the day. They also have news on some news with Volkswagen. So be aware of the news as well. All right, here's MOBX. This is an interesting one. We don't have too much history on this, as this is relatively new. And you can see it opened up at around $11, and then it dropped like a rock to find its floor at $2, and now we're back to $4.20. So a lot of the same. These patterns and charts look very, very similar. So that's when you start to wonder if this is all manipulation in the market. I believe it is. They all have this backward check mark, backwards Nike symbol look to them, and that is extremely bullish. So put MOBX on your radar and on your watch list. They're up 43% on the day, and they are climbing. All right, BHG. BHG is up 20% on the day. You can see very bullish price action. It's been on an epic tear, as you can see, over the last, few weeks. It's been climbing. If we go to the daily chart, you can see it's gone up for now 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's gone up for 4 trading days in a row. So be aware of BHG up 20% on the day. And if you look at the 1-year chart, a lot of the same with these charts. We're talking about a stock that was at $72. It went down to $5, and now today it's at $11. So doing this trend where it goes down and then goes back up, and then once again has that backwards check mark and that backwards Nike symbol. And if we see that there's a massive gap to fill, that could be a big party right there. It could be a big party with a beautiful gap to fill. And as an investor, that's exactly what I'm looking for. But I'm not going to buy them when they're up 20% of the day or 40% of the day or 150% of the day. I'm going to watch them, wait for a dip. If I really want to get in, I'll buy it. Then I'll wait for the next rip. And then when the next rip comes, I'll just sell it and take my profits. All right, I give you guys a top 10 stocks for January 2024. And on my top 10, my number 10 pick was Mara. They're having a big day today, up 7%. So Mara is Marathon Digital. They are a Bitcoin miner. And I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. Obviously, you see a big Bitcoin on my desk. You know I own Bitcoin, full disclosure. I tell you guys this every time I'm live. And Mara is one of the largest Bitcoin miners in America. So they've done extremely well. As Bitcoin has, they've been on a nice upward trajectory. As you can see here, I've been charting it for the last year. It's been up hundreds of percent over the last year. It's pretty much almost done a 10x. It was as low as $3. It's now at $25. So Mara is looking extremely bullish. Now, remember, it's gone up a lot, so there's always a chance it can go down. But if Bitcoin continues to go up and it goes to all-time highs, expect that Mara will follow. So definitely one that I like. It's one of my top 10 for January, and it's up 7% on the day. All right, here's MTC. This is one that I've been watching. You can see I have it marked up. It's up 8% on the day, and you can see it's climbing up, and it's getting very close to that 52-week high. So put them on your radar, put them on your watch list. MTC performing at a very high level. Here's CLSK, another Bitcoin miner that's done a 10x, gone from $1 to $11 in a year. Very bullish. Be aware of them. Put them on your radar. Put them on your watch list. CLSK. I'm very bullish on them, and I think they have a lot of upside. Don't want to buy them now after they've already gone up 1,000%, but if they have a nice dip, I'll definitely be watching. All right, so speaking of Bitcoin, this is MicroStrategies. MicroStrategies has been on a tear. They've gone up from $100 last year to they just hit $700 a couple days ago. They've come back down a little bit. Investors taking profits. Even Michael Saylor is selling himself. But he's selling MicroStrategies and he's buying personally Bitcoin. He's selling hundreds of millions of dollars of MicroStrategy stock so that he can buy Bitcoin, which is only going to boost the price of Bitcoin. So gotta love Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategies, a true innovator and visionary for Bitcoin and a pioneer for crypto and specifically Bitcoin, because all he does at MicroStrategy is buy Bitcoin. They literally raise money and buy Bitcoin. And I believe right now he is up at least $2.5 billion on his investment on Bitcoin so far and growing. So keep your eye on MicroStrategies, up 4% on the day. Coinbase. So Coinbase is going to be one of the biggest winners of the Bitcoin ETF approvals because 9 of the 13 Bitcoin spot ETF candidates that are looking for approval have already said that they're going to use Coinbase for their custody, which means when you go and you buy your Bitcoin at BlackRock or Fidelity, they're going to take that Bitcoin and they're going to put it at Coinbase for safekeeping. That's going to increase the assets on the balance sheet and on the books of Coinbase tenfold. I think that's extremely bullish for Coinbase. Clearly, the market thinks so as well. Coinbase is one of the best producers of the year in the entire stock market last year, going from a low of, let's say, around $30 range to a high just the last few days of $187. So it's been an absolute juggernaut. It has pulled back a little bit. Investors have taken some profits, which is totally understandable when it was up 400% in a year. But I really believe that once these Bitcoin ETFs get approved, that this is going to go higher because there's going to be billions, potentially trillions of dollars of buying in Bitcoin that's going to go into Coinbase. And I believe that's going to boost the assets of this stock, which should also increase their revenues, increase their price. So put Coinbase on your radar, on your watch list. I think there's huge upside here. And I want to show you what I see here because I see something here and I marked it. There's a nice gap to fill here on Coinbase. And this is what I look for. I look for the gap to fill. I look for that money-making opportunity. And Coinbase has been as high as, let's say, around $400. So $300 to $400. We're at 158. I feel like if Bitcoin goes back to all-time highs, we're going to see Coinbase go back to that all-time high of 300 or 400, which would be more than a double from here. So I'm very bullish on Coinbase, and I really believe that they're going to be one of the biggest benefactors in the world of the Bitcoin ETF approvals, which hopefully should be happening in the next few days, maybe a week, maybe a little bit longer. But I think we all believe that it's coming. It's coming soon. So stay tuned. GBTC, they're one of my top stocks that also is a Bitcoin holder. They own over 660,000 Bitcoins. One of the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world is GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Be aware of them. They're also one of my top picks. They've always been on one of my top picks over the last few months as Bitcoin's been on an epic tear. You can see this is month after month. GBTC has been up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months in a row. So GBTC has literally been up for an entire year, 12 months in a row. It doesn't really get more bullish than that. So be aware of GBTC. Put them on your radar. Put them on your watch list. They're clearly on fire. And I believe that this trend will continue as Bitcoin has major momentum and major catalysts to look forward to here in 2024. All right, now speaking of cryptos, Solana. I do own Solana. They've also been on an epic tear. They've also done a 10x. They've gone from $9 to over $100 in a year. Congratulations if you're a holder of Solana. I'm going to pat myself on the back because I am as well. Wish I had some more, but I'm happy I had some because what I did have went up it actually went up about 20 times from the bottom to the peak. It's come back a little bit, but it's done extremely well. So be aware of Solana, one of the top cryptos of 2023. And I believe that trend could continue in 2024. DraftKings. DraftKings was one of the darlings of 2023, one of the biggest stocks. It did well over 100% in returns. I think it went up over 200%. You can see here it went from $10 to $33. So up over 200% in a year. Be aware of DraftKings. I believe that momentum continues. People love sports betting. Sports betting is only getting bigger thanks to different companies like DraftKings. So if you want to get into investing into sports betting, DraftKings is a great way to go. As you can see, they've gone up 200%. Ethereum. Now, I love Bitcoin. It's my number one crypto holding. Ethereum is my number two crypto holding. I love Ethereum. I love what they do. You can create coins on Ethereum, ERC20 tokens. You can also buy NFTs with Ethereum. So there's a lot going on in the Ethereum blockchain that makes it so unique, so exciting. You can see there's a massive gap to fill there. I've got that emoji there because I believe the gap will get filled, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is because I own Ethereum. They're up 2.9% on the day. All right, a couple more cryptos to look at. Matic. Polygon, otherwise known as Matic. It's up 1% on the day. Sorry, 2% on the day. We can look at the last year and see that it's definitely doing a nice climb here. So really bullish on this. If I go to their all-time, you can see it's actually been as high as, let's just say a little under $3. So I really believe there's a nice gap to fill here. And I believe that they will go back to all-time highs. So as an investor, love to mark the low and the high, and love to try to predict the future. So with a nice gap to fill here, I believe there's a huge amount of money to be made here. At least from 87 cents to, let's say, 230, I believe that that's at least a 200% gainer, but I believe it would probably be more. And I think there's a nice gap to fill, which means party time here for Polygon, Matic, whether you call them Polygon or whether you call them Matic. I think that they have some huge upside. Put them on your radar, put them on your watch list. I'm very bullish on them, and I will be looking for a position on Matic. Cardano, very similar to Matic. Huge gap to fill. Another crypto that I like, and I think that they're one that I need to buy. They're at 56 cents. Their all-time high is 246. I think there's a nice, huge gap up opportunity here where we can make maybe 400 to 500% in this next bull run. So be aware of Cardano. That's another one I need to get, and I need to put on my watch list, and I need to put, well, it's on my watch. I need to put in my portfolio. I need to own it, and I need to own it now. So I will keep you updated. And if you want to know my picks, you can join us at richtv.io. And also, if you like these videos, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe so you can get future updates. All right, RML is a stock, Rosora Mining, that has been an absolute killer. It's done a 10x in Canada and the United States. Rosora Mining, put them on your radar, put them on your watch list. Been very bullish. Be aware of them. I think we could see them go to $1 in 2024. All right, NVIDIA. I've talked to you about NVIDIA, and I said that NVIDIA just can't break 500. So it's been stuck in this range between 400 and 500 for quite some time. I really don't know how I feel about that, but I do like them. They're the number one chip maker in the world. They're the number one AI stock in the world, but they're just up a lot from $100 to almost 500, and they keep rejecting that $500 mark. So be aware of that. There just isn't enough money for me to squeeze opportunity here, but it's definitely one that I like, and we'll be watching them very closely all year. Roblox. Okay, Roblox is my number one pick for January. I just feel like there's a massive gap to fill here. I think there's an opportunity for us to make a lot of money on Roblox, and this is one of the stocks that I really want to buy this year. So I will keep you updated, and if you're part of our website and our ecosystem at richtv.io, you will know first. but I think that the upside is tremendous. I think we go back to $120 on Roblox in the future, and I believe that gives us 200% upside on Roblox. That's why they're my number one pick for January 2024. Uber is also on my list of picks for January 2024. Love this ride-sharing company. I use Uber all the time. I use them for food delivery. I use them for ride-sharing. And you can see Uber has been on an epic tear. They had a monster 2023 going up well over 100%. And I believe that that trend will continue in 2024. And I think we could even see them go to as high of $100. So definitely put Uber on your radar and on your watch list in 2024. Tesla. You know, I love Tesla. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. I'm a big fan of technology. Elon Musk is an innovator, and Tesla has the Cybertrucks now. They've obviously got electric vehicles, and they've got robots that they're selling. So there's a lot of technology coming out of Tesla. Love the company. Love Elon Musk. And I think we're going to see Tesla go up in 2024 from these levels. Last year, they were at $100 to start the year. They finished the year around $240. So they had a really nice year. I believe that that trend continues, and I believe there's a lot of catalysts that will take Tesla to $300, $400, maybe $500 in 2024. Meta was one of the biggest players of 2023. You can see pretty much up every single month last year. Look at all those green candles. Those are monthly green candles, which means we were up every single month last year on Meta. I don't know if this can continue like this at these prices. I personally think it's a little bit high, but we'll be watching them closely and keeping you updated on everything that happens with Meta. It just feels like at these prices, it might be a little bit overbought, and I'd like to wait for a trend reversal. AMD, I would put them behind NVIDIA as the second best chip company in the world. They're also getting into AI, so I really like AMD. The problem is they had a monster 2023 going from $50 to $136. So how much higher does it go from here? I don't know. The all-time high is where it is. So it's right at an all-time high. I don't know much higher it goes. Personally, like to wait for a trend reversal, a dip below 100 would be nice to buy AMD, but you never know. It could go higher. It just don't really like to make a habit of buying stocks at all-time highs. Square, I believe Square has a nice gap to fill. I think that there's some huge upside here. Obviously, they have a lot of connections to Bitcoin, and there's a massive gap to fill, which I'm a big fan of, and that gap is massive because we're talking about a $68 stock that's been as high as $200 to $300. So for this to go back to $200, that would give us at least 200% upside from here. Very bullish on Square, obviously very bullish on Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin goes, so will Square. So I believe that this is going to be a huge year for Bitcoin. So you have to assume it will be a big year for Square as well. So be aware of Square, put them on your radar, and put them on your watch list. Google, big fan of Google, bought them in 2022, sold them in 2023. Love this company, the number one search engine in the world. It's trading around an all-time high. So I'd like to see these guys go back down before I buy them again. If I can see Google under 100, that would be my target to buy again. But at these levels, I just don't have too much interest right now. Moderna, it's actually one of the companies I've talked about a lot recently. I did tell you guys that I thought that they would have a nice gap up. They did. They've gone from $61 to $108. Where does it go from here? I'm not sure, but there's a massive gap up opportunity here. And if we do have another pandemic like we did last time, I think that this will be one of the biggest benefactors on the planet, as well as Pfizer. So be aware of Moderna. They're starting to do a rebound, but I don't see it going up much, much, much higher unless there's some massive pandemic or some serious crisis. But if there is a crisis, this is one of the stocks you want to ride because there's a massive gap up opportunity. Apple. Apple was heavily overbought. It didn't make any sense. It was trading around all-time high, despite the fact that it has slowing growth, slowing revenue, slowing sales. It just doesn't make sense to me. When a stock keeps going up and there's no reason for it, I stay away. I bought Apple in 2022, sold them in 2023. In 2024, I'm on the sideline waiting for a dip. Now, this dip started because they've been downgraded by two institutions. So they've dipped now. They've gone from just under 200 to 182. I don't want to buy them yet, but if they go under 150 or lower, I will definitely consider buying Apple. But even this dip is nice. I just feel like it might go a little further down, and I'd be more interested in buying it under 150. Amazon, I bought it in 2022, sold it for profit in 2023, just like Google, just like Apple, just like Tesla. I shared all those trades with you guys. And if you're part of our ecosystem and our website at richtv.io, you would have known first. And I'd love for you guys to join us there, absolutely free at richtv.io. You can also update and become a VIP member and get access to all of our trade ideas first, very, very easily. Just go and join us at richtv.io. Now, let's talk about what is left on my list. All right, there's not much. So let's just go back. So right now, MINM is up 129%. OMGA is now up 90%. ATXI is up 52%. As you can see, OMGA 90%, MINM 126%, QS 38%, ATXI 52%, and MOBX 42%. BHG 25%, MARA 7%, MTC 14%. So it's actually gone higher since we started talking about it. CLSK 3.5%, MicroStrategies 3%, Coinbase 3.96%. All nice days as Bitcoin is doing well. DraftKings 3%, GBTC 3.9%. Solana's up 4%, starting to really gain some steam. Ethereum up just around 3%. And then Bitcoin sitting right at 44,000 and up 2.8%. All right. All right, so I want to wish everyone a happy 2024. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV. If you like these videos, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe. And please join us at richtv.io, where you can get access to all of our trade ideas, breaking news, financial information from the world of stocks and cryptos, and trending news and topics. You can follow us all over social media. We're literally everywhere. Just search Rich TV or Rich TV Live, and you'll literally find us everywhere. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We bring in the winners, CEO interviews, breaking news, trending topics in the world of sports, finance, and the entire world of trending topics. And we bring it to you first. Have a great day. Have a great year. Have a great week. Have a great month. Your boy's out. Peace. Bitcoin is the mothership. Don't forget it. Don't forget where you heard it first. When I brought it to you guys in 2017, it was at 1,000. Today it's at 44,000. That's a 43x. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. And we're just getting started. This bull market has just begun, and it's about to get explosive. And we're going to be here every step of the way because we are about to bull. Are you ready? I was born ready. I hope you were too. Peace.